Smooth Productions.
And now that you say the VA is working better, are you still seeing problems from your own experiences with it, or is it working pretty well for you right now?
It's working pretty well. When I got operated after the heart attack to completely disabled and effectively 100%, I added dental. I'm now eligible for VA dental, and I'm very happy when the dental office calls me to make an appointment. I'm happy to go to the dentist and get my teeth fixed. It's improved my self-esteem. It's a big deal. So I'm pretty well taken care of. My only complaint is to go to the dentist, I have to drive from Charlotte to Salisbury and back. It takes 45 minutes, an hour. It's a little bit inconvenient, but hey, I'm getting taken care of.
And could you quickly tell us the story about how the heart attack happened, and if it was deemed related to PTSD?
Sure. I was working I've been mostly in the power sports business in Charlotte. I'm a motorcycle guy. Most of the dead people I know are either from motorcycles or from the Army. So I guess I like to wear helmets and body armor. I tried that, find something you love, and if you do what you love, then you'll never work again. I floated through nearly every shop in town, making other people money. The thing about being the boss in the Army or in the infantry at least, as long if you've got a good boss, the boss is the first one who gets there in the morning. He's the last one to leave at night. He's the last one to eat, the last one to sleep. He makes sure that all of his troops have everything that they need before he takes it. And out here in the civilian world, the boss comes in late, the boss leaves early. I can't go to lunch, but he's going to go take a 2-hour lunch. It's absolutely maddening. I was working for guys like that. They kept, their first reaction when I started getting my pension from the VA, they wanted to cut my pay structure. Problem one. They consider themselves to be, good, strong, conservative, Republican Christians. They were mortified to find out that I was a white male veteran and I wasn't a Republican. So now, instead of only having business conversations, now they're ridiculing me over politics. And I can't really speak back. They're my boss. When they found out I didn't believe in God, it was like hazing at that point. And these are the people who, when I needed to hire somebody, hey, no black people. I go, okay. These are the people who, when they fire somebody and they go to collect unemployment insurance, sorry, I was looking for the name there, would force you to write a letter saying that person was lying, to send it in as evidence to the state. It literally got to the point where they were riding my ass so hard, I was constantly at with adrenaline pumping. And it came to be one day that a difficult customer who the owners fawned all over came in, and I got up to go greet him, and I hit the ground. I had a massive heart attack. I got hustled to the VA Center in Salisbury, because that's where the emergency room is. I had been in there 2 days earlier complaining of chest pains, and they sent me home saying that it was heartburn. So here I am 2 days later, and I'm saying I have chest pains. I was there for quite a while before they saw me. I was a little agitated by that, especially since I had thought if they had done what they should have done for me 2 days earlier, I wouldn't be in this situation. Finally, they did blood work, and it was all the same stuff. The EKG was all the same stuff from 2 days earlier. But the second doctor found that I had an earlier EKG in my record, and he compared them, and they were different. So he was like, wow, he did have a heart attack. He probably had several. They come running at me with nitroglycerin gel, and all this stuff. They put me on a gurney. They asked if I want to see a chaplain, if I want to call somebody. And then they're like, you need a procedure that we can't do here. And I probably was laughing through tears going, are you serious? I can't get treatment here. Okay. So they had to send me to a civilian hospital. They were trying to get me to go to the one that was closest to Salisbury that could do the procedure, but I insisted on coming back to Charlotte. We get down here, and basically as soon as I get out of the ambulance, they're running me up to the cath lab to put a stent. I had a 100% blockage in one artery, 90% in another. And no, I am not obese or overweight. They put me on the table to go put the stent in, and they go to give me, they're like, we're going to give you a mild sedative, and I blurt out, no opiates, no narcotics. And the doctor's like dumbfounded. He's like, what? I repeated myself, no opiates, no narcotics. I have a problem with it. And he said, okay, but it's going to hurt. It's my body hurts all the time. Do it. So they pulled the blood clot out. I could feel it. And I go in for recovery. I was like, okay, I'm going to be alive, but I've got this thought, why did this happen to me? There's no family history of this. I'm 38 years old. Why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? When I was doing the compensation and pension for round 2 of upgrading my disability status after the heart attack, I asked these questions because now I was seeing cardiologists, and they really didn't have a good answer. And it eventually came out in a session with a social worker, a therapy session, that veteran heart attacks at young ages are on the rise, across the country. Under veterans who have been diagnosed with PTSD. And I've asked cardiologists about it, and they kind of, we're starting to see a trend, and then they want to change the topic. But in veteran communities, it's starting to become more prevalent.
Has a doctor ever directly stated that, yes, he probably had this heart attack due to effects from PTSD?
Stress. They would say stress. Stress is a killer. Stress will kill you.
But they won't directly say it's linked to PTSD.
No.
Do you have any ideas as to why?
Stress will kill you is a true statement. I will tell anybody that, take it easy. You get yourself worked up over something and your heart will explode out of your chest. They're not wrong. I don't press them on this topic, but PTSD comes, for me, at least, I can't say the same for everyone, is from that constant suddenly going into the survival instinct, fight or flight. in that shot of adrenaline. And eventually I'm not able to manage that stress. I'm at an elevated heart already. So when something surprises me or something unexpected, that adrenaline shot's already fired, and I rocket up to the top. That was certainly putting a lot of stress on my heart. So in my case, and I'm not a doctor, obviously, that's the best idea that I can figure out. That the stress from PTSD that has caused me to be unable to manage my stress effectively was a leading contributor to the heart attack.
And after you had this heart attack, what happened with your employment?
Okay. I was under instructions to make sure that, customers who bought motorcycles or watercraft or what have you, that we got a picture taken of them and we posted it to their Facebook page, to the store's Facebook page. So I was I had admin access to the store page. I was such a good worker that after I called my mom, I used the last little bit of battery left on my phone to check to see if that guy who came in bought. And I found out I wasn't an admin anymore. So their first business decision after I leave their showroom, after I hit the floor, was to remove my admin status on their damn Facebook page. I'm not kidding. Then I got my paycheck and it was short. And then they were like, "You've been out of the hospital for a day. Why aren't you back at work?"
They sent you a text message saying that?
Yeah.
After a heart attack?
Yeah.
The next day?
Yeah. Seriously. I didn't agree to that. That didn't appeal to me. I said, I've got a doctor's appointment, and at the end of the week, I'm going to go and see what he tells me. They didn't like that. So then we basically stopped communicating whatsoever. I filed for unemployment. And the end result, the state of North Carolina decided that I abandoned my job when I left to get treatment for my heart attack. So I got nothing.
And you are a veteran with known PTSD. And
yes.
In the state of North Carolina or this employer, and if you want to say their name, that's perfectly fine with me. That didn't occur to them at all.
Actually, that second round of getting my rating increase, the government sent them paperwork to fill out about what happened. And it's in my file. I can read it, and it's a complete fabrication. They did the veteran have diagnosed PTSD while under your employment? And they said no. Well, anyway.
Yeah. It's almost hard to believe someone that an establishment would go to this lengths to not pay unemployment to a veteran who literally, not even figuratively, literally had a heart attack while working.
I nearly died trying to make them money while they were thinking of reasons to reduce my paycheck every way they can. They would tell me that they hated it I was getting that VA money.
said this to your face?
Yeah. I mean, these people also were telling employees if they didn't go vote for Mitt Romney, then, don't come to work here. And I'm like, you can't do that. That's against the law. They added smokers to the list of people just automatically don't hire. And I'm like, that's illegal. Do you know that? I don't care.
It seems like they were breaking quite a few laws there with what they were telling you.
We go to church every Sunday, and they vote red.
Have you had any further interaction with them since this point?
Yeah. No good would come of that. But I haven't seen him in a dark alley either.